Hey guys, Mike here. In today's video, we are going to install controls into this street bike powered golf cart. Let's get started. Current project is to figure out where to mount this brake and clutch pedal assembly.
There is some adjustment in the pedal position, but I really need to make sure that I mount the assembly such that I can get enough pedal action without the pedals hitting the firewall.
Probably the best test would be to take off one of my shoes and
As long as my size 14 shoes can stuff under there, we should be good.
I think we'll go in the neighborhood of that.
Now that I have a basic understanding of where the pedal assembly needs to mount, it's off to the CAD station to draw up a bracket. Here you can see that I've drawn the part in the CAD system. It's just a simple little bracket. Then I can take that drawing over to Sheetcam. That is where I create the G code for the CNC Plasma Table.
From Sheetcam, I can transfer it up into my CNC controller that's running Mach 3. And then from there, obviously, we can cut it out on the Plas table.
This CNC Plasma Gantry is something I built a while back. It has a cutting envelope that measures 5 feet from side to side and 2 feet from front to back. It's perfect for the limited space I have in my shop.
Alright, here you can see I cut 2 of them. I'll just bend one left hand and one right hand, and that should hopefully hold that pedal assembly just fine. Alright, so here you can see the part. You can see that I've sliced where I want the bend to occur, and here I had to slice in quite a ways all the way out to the edge because that flange is too short to span across the back edge of the die when I bend it. And then, so really all I'm going to end up bending is this small section and this small section. Now we have a left hand and a right hand. Let's go see if it works. Alright, as you can see, I've already welded up the slices that were in that to help it bend better. Now we're going to put it up here into place and tack it. Alright, so we got it tacked in place. Now we can test it out. Once I finalize this position, I can always put some gussets from here to here and down here to here just to kind of make it more rigid.
Obviously, there's a lot more to having working brakes and clutch, but this is definitely a step in the right direction.
Few things are as fun as mounting the steering wheel in a project like this.
Really, the placement of the steering wheel just came down to where it felt the best. I'm a pretty big guy, so the position I came up with is nice and high to fit me. That's the beauty of building something custom. Here, I am bending a small hoop that will support the steering wheel bearings away from the dash. I made the support hoop as long as possible without getting in the way of my knees. This plate will attach the steering column to the support hoop. Here, I'm welding a quick release hub stud to the end of the steering column. This will allow me to easily remove the steering wheel to make getting in and out of the buggy less of a contortionist act.
In reality, it's one small step, but for some reason, it feels like a huge one.
The way I see it, I'm 1/3 of the way done with this buggy now. It can steer. Now I just need to make it go and stop. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Hit subscribe and the notification bell if you want to know when the next episode of this build hits the web. Please let me know in the comments what you think, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.